Now, as you know that the replication of DNA is semi-conservative, means one strand in the daughter DNA will come from the parent and the second will be synthesized on its own. Now, there was a scientist, not a single scientist actually, there were two scientists, Michelson and Stahl. Basically, in the year 1958, they did one experiment so as to show that yes, DNA replication is semi-conservative. If this DNA is undergoing replication, if this DNA is making its copy, or I can say if from this DNA two DNAs are being made, then how it will happen? Firstly, the strands will open. Okay. Then suppose this is this strand and this is the second one. This is that strand. Okay, these strands will open and now the new strands has to be synthesized because you know your DNA is double helix. This is one strand. The second strand will be synthesized like this. The second strand will be synthesized. So basically you can see this is semi-conservative. One strand is from the parent and second strand it is newly synthesized. Clear? So basically in order to prove this, these two scientists they did one experiment. Let us talk about that experiment. The experiment to show the semi-conservative model of DNA. Clear? Firstly, what they took E. coli, that is Escherichia coli. This is a bacterium as you know. Then they took a nutritive medium which is having NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride. And in this, the nitrogen is in this form, N15 isotope they took. Otherwise, you have read in chemistry, N14 is also there. In normal DNA, actually N14 isotope is present, but they took N15. Now, the E. coli was placed in this medium. Now, what will happen? Obviously, the cell will replicate. And when the cell will replicate, it needs nitrogen, right? So, now the nitrogen will be taken from the solution. So, now what will happen after so many generations? I'm not talking about only one generation. After so many generations, this N15 will keep on accumulating in the DNA of E. coli. Now one stage will come after so many generations that all the DNA it will be having N15, it will not be having N14. Now after this, he took E. coli and then he extracted the DNA from the E. coli. Am I clear? Firstly, he put the E. coli in a solution containing ammonium chloride which is having the N15 isotope of nitrogen. He left it for so many generations and after so many generations he took out the E. coli and then he extracted the DNA. After extracting the DNA from the E. coli, what he did CSCl. Basically he did centrifugation by CSCl density gradient method. Basically what is this? He did centrifugation. Centrifugation you know. Clear? He just took the DNA in a test tube and with the help of a centrifugal vessel he just rotated at very high speed. 50,000 rotations per minute was given. So now what happened actually in cesium chloride density gradient method, the DNA used to separate according to the density. Suppose here is the test tube. Here the gravitational force is acting. So now suppose he got a band here. Am I clear? In this method, the DNA could be separated on the basis of density. So suppose he got the band here. This is for N15. Now, what he did, now he took this E. coli. This E. coli is having N15 isotope. Again he did the same experiment. But now, suppose E. coli is there, but now N15 isotope is there in that E. coli. Now again he took a solution. In that solution again NH4Cl was there. But this time, instead of N15 isotope, he took N14. Clear? Now he put this in this solution. Now again what will happen? This N14 will start accommodating in the DNA of this, right? Now he studied after each and every generation. I'm again saying he studied the E. coli after each and every generation now. E. coli can replicate within 20 minutes. So he just put the E. coli in this solution for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, he took out one E. coli. The rest were there in the solution only. From that E. coli, he extracted the DNA. And again the same thing. Centrifugation was done. Again, what will happen? He got a band. Now just see. If you do remember earlier the band, suppose it was here. Now this time the band was here. Let me not write anything. So basically, why is there a difference? If this is on the above level, it means this is lighter. Okay, on the basis of density, I can say this is lighter and this is heavier. N15 is heavier. This new strand is lighter. Why? Because it must be having N14. That is a common sense thing. And from where N14 came? From here. It means when the replication is taking place, a new DNA is being synthesized. This is for sure. Now let me draw a diagram for this. Actually, let me explain what happened after 40 minutes. Suppose here he got the band of N15. Now, after 20 minutes he got the band here. Now he left the E. coli in the solution only. Then after 40 minutes, means second generation, he again took out the E. coli. He again extracted the DNA and he again did the centrifugation method. Now this time he got the band here. Not all the bands actually. A few bands were on this region only and a few bands were here. Now he was thinking what is happening? Why the bands are arranged like this? Now let us see the semi-conservative model for this explanation. Firstly, he took E. coli having N15, right? Suppose here is the DNA. It is having N15. Let me denote the black strand having the N15. Now what might have happened? This DNA might have untied one strand, second. These two strands, they have been separated. Now the new strand has been synthesized and the E. coli was put, after that it was put in a medium having N14. So the new DNA strand got synthesized, but now it is having N14 and earlier the strand was having N15. Am I clear? So parent was having N15, the both strands, but in the daughter, after the replication, one strand is having N15, then second is having N14. Same, one is having N15. The newly one is having N14, as in the solution, N14 is there. Now these two DNA, earlier the DNA was N15. So N15 band was here. But now the newly synthesized strands, it is N14-15. It is not N15, it is N14-15. So obviously the density layer is different. And why it is above? As it is lighter. So am I clear what might have happened? So suppose here he got a band of N15. Then after 20 minutes he got a band here for N14-15. Now again after 20 minutes means in the next generation. Now in the next generation, these two will act as the parent. This you understand? Now these two will be the parent. Now let us see. Let me take them as parent. One I am denoting with black. Black means N15 for you, right? And second is N14. This is in the new strand, right? Now, again what will happen? It will get separated. The two strands will get separated. One is having N15, second is having N14. I hope this is clear. These two will get separate. ये यहाँ से and from here. Now, same will take place here. These two will get separate and that also. Wait. One and second. The two got separated. Now the new one will be synthesized. But as you know, the E. coli is in a medium having the N14. So the new one will be having N14 here. So this strand is having N14, 15. Here new will be synthesized, but it will be having only and only N14. Here again N14, 15, and here only and only N14. Means 2 are of N14 and 2 are of N14, 15. Now when he did the centrifugation by the cesium chloride density gradient method, then again he got 2 are of N14, 15. Means 2 bands are here only. But the next 2 are of N14. There he got the new band here. Am I clear? So he took E. coli. Firstly he put it in N15. Then the full DNA will be having N15. He took out the DNA. He did the centrifugation and the DNA band was here. Then he put the same E. coli in the N14 medium. After putting it in the first generation, the band shifted from here to here. It means earlier in the parent N15 was there. But now it is N14 and N15. Means one strand is being synthesized and one is coming from the parent. So this is semi-conservative model. Am I clear? Thank you.